I'm Lone, and welcome back to Tiny Bunny. Chapter 5 is out, and I'm excited and I'm not excited at the same time because of how, Olya died and Katiana died. So she got put into a fucking wood chipper, dude. And that sucks. And our sister's lower half got ripped off. She's just a torso with arms. But she didn't notice because she was buried in snow. I want to replay so bad, and I'm going to replay. I heard that there's 20 endings or something. So I will replay it. I don't know. I probably won't do videos on it. I'll probably do it over on my Twitch channel. Replay it and try to get at least a semi-good ending instead of whatever we're going to get here. I guarantee we're going to get a bad ending, okay? I'm sorry. It's just me. It's not you. It's me. It's not Tiny Bunny either. It's just I'm bad at picking the correct things in visual novels. I always get the bad ending, even in those little JRPG ones and stuff like that, you know? Yeah, I always get the bad ending. So without further ado, let's load. Where are we? Yeah, I think it was this one, right? Yep, May 4th. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I haven't put out a video on my channel in a while too. I've just been streaming. And I took a break from Pathologic for a little while, but there'll be more content on the channel. We also have the Coffin of Andy and Lele as soon as that comes out, which will probably be 2026. We'll see. All right. Episode 5. Bunny. Tasty meals prepare. Yeah, I'm ready. Just don't know, my parents, our Giga Chad dad is we're probably going to eat him. And then, I don't know, we'll probably crucify our mother or something. The worst endings, man. The worst ending. I threw off the blanket, gasping for air. It took all of my focus to realize the paintings on the walls and the window's wood frame screen that was broadcasting the same old forest. Cold drops trickled down my chest. I trembled, thinking that it was saliva dripping from a maw left ajar over my head. But it was just sweat. Sweaty. It was all just a dream. I doubt that, dude. If our sister comes through the door, I'll be hype. That'll be awesome. That'd be fantastic. I reflexively wiped myself down with a blanket. How did I get home? When did I fall asleep? My thoughts stumbled, crashing into each other, limping over the crutches of my weak consciousness. The drawing I hung up now looked like a flat, meaningless daub. Darkness clawed around my bedroom on its back belly. Decrepit walls around me grunted and creaked. The wind rammed the front of the house, intent on breaking in and tearing its inhabitants apart with its cold, crooked claws. I don't know, open that. No. All right, we'll open it. I sneaked a tentative glance out the window. The sun was hidden behind a thick white veil. The blizzard whipped up its white flags into the sky, but it was not a sign of surrender. The field in the forest got lost in the haze. A fish-eyed lamppost at the side of a disappearing road was the last glimmer of light around. The day became the night, an endless polar abomination that whispered and roared and circled around the house.
Мясо.
Meat echoed inside my skull. I slapped myself on the cheek. Then rushed to the hall. Yeah, priorities. Then rushed to the hallway to make sure Olya was okay. That my nightmare, my personal nightmare, hadn't hurt her. Oh, please. Please. Open. My sister was in bed, our parents tending to her. Does she have her legs? Olya's face had a grayish tint to it, and her lips were colored a scary shade of blue. I looked at her legs, wrapped in a blanket, expecting the cloth to turn scarlet. A brief moment of respite followed. Olya's legs were fine. Okay, thank God. But she's sick. That's not good.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Температура подскочила.
She suddenly had a huge fever.
Говорила я тебе окна не
I
открывать.
told her not to open the window.
Да без толку сейчас ругаться.
Whatever.
Спасать её надо.
There's no point in arguing now. We need to save her. Olya went into a coughing fit. She had a hard time lifting her eyelids. Her eyelashes were stuck together. Was she like pink eye or something? That was gross. Her chest vibrated from hectic breathing. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop it! It's your turn to feed us! Jesus! What the fuck, game? Why you gotta do that to me? Please don't. I shook my head, trying to chase away the intrusive whispers. The image of dead, worm-infested monsters dancing in the garage. Yeah, the black garage.
А вдруг инфекция?
What if it's an infection? Dad was gnawing at his nails, anxious.
Принеси сироп.
Go, get the syrup.
Уже принес тут на донышке.
Already did. Here you go. There's just a little bit left. He handed over a small bottle. I noticed how Mom held her hand over my dad's for a second and then gave it a light squeeze and let go. The blizzard outside was growing stronger, but the storm that always raged between my parents had subsided for now. It felt like Olya's illness made them stop reflecting on their behavior.
Грелка вот.
Here's the hot water bottle.
Не буду. Не возьму. Плохие.
No, I won't take it. You're bad. She was delirious. Her pupils rolled back, her speech impaired.
Я знаю, вы под масками страшные.
I know you're scary under that mask. Her words were akin to a jolt of lightning. Yeah, she's having dreams about the events that happened. Huh.
Тише, доченька, перестань.
Come now, Olya. Be a good girl.
Господи, что же делать?
Oh, God. What did we do? Dad put his palm on Mom's shoulder.
Прости нас, солнышко.
God, we're so sorry, sweetie. A tear rolled down Mom's cheek. Take her to the hospital. I know they're in a really remote rural village, so there has to be a doctor or a hospital, right? Something? She sniffed and turned her gaze towards my slouched figure in the doorway.
И ты нас прости, сынок. Мы как с цепи сорвались.
We're so sorry, Anton. We haven't been ourselves lately.
Совсем забыли про вас.
God, we've neglected you guys.
А вы же самое дорогое, что у нас есть.
And you, our most precious treasure.
Мы запутались, Антон.
God, we've been so lost, Anton.
Не стоило бросать вас без присмотра.
We shouldn't have abandoned you like that. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even remember the last time my parents spoke to me in this manner, as well as the last time that they held hands. Fear had brought them together, but at what price? I thought about the hungry beasts from the forest, about the flute and its unceasing call, about the dead creatures jumping over the pines. Not the meat grinder. Not the meat grinder. And about Katya inside the meat grinder too.
Вы врачу позвонили?
Did you guys call the doctor?
Позвонили.
Yeah, we did.
У него машина в такой мороз не заводится.
His car wouldn't start in the cold. Oh, okay, so it was snowing tremendously. I don't know. I just figured they're Russian and they just like tank cold like nobody else, right? They get a lot of snow. So, yeah, they can drive in the snow. People I live around here in Washington State can't drive in the snow. It's really bad. Yeah.
Я сейчас за ним съезжу.
So I'll need to go pick him up. Mom shook the empty syrup bottle.
А я пока в поселок за лекарствами пойду.
And I'll go pick up some medicine at the village.
Аптека возле школы.
And there's a pharmacy near the school. Interesting way of spelling pharmacy, but that's okay.
Собирайся, Карина, я тебя довезу.
Okay, get ready, Karina. I'll drive you there.
Сейчас главное действовать слаженно, сообща.
We need to act together now, as a team. Yeah, do it for Olya. I imagine my parents driving through the forest as the thicket lights up with small crimson eyes that look like generator bulbs.
Не ходите!
No, don't go! A scream escaped my throat. Olya shuddered under her blanket and whispered,
Тошенька, спаси
Save me, Tosha. Dad frowned in response.
Антон, мы туда и обратно.
Yeah, we'll be back, Anton.
Послушай, нам сейчас очень нужна твоя помощь.
Look, we really need your help right now.
А помощь заключается в том, чтобы...
What we need you to do is
Черви под маской.
worms under the mask.
Что за мультфильмы она
God,
смотрела?
what kind of cartoons did she watch?
В том, чтобы присмотреть за сестрой, пока нас не будет.
Is to look after your sister while we're away. Dude, look at that jawline. Holy
Pop.
shit. But Dad,
Следи, чтоб ей
make
было
sure
тепло.
she stays warm.
А вдруг она проснется, а вас нет?
What if she wakes up when you're gone?
Вдруг ей что-то понадобится?
What if she needs something?
Тише, милый, все будет хорошо.
Calm down, sweetie. It's going to be all right. She showed a weary smile. That smile of hers I'd never trade for any candy in the world.
Обещаешь?
Promise,
Я вернусь, чего бы мне это ни стоило.
I'll be back, whatever it takes.
А теперь, пожалуйста, Антон, ты нам очень нужен здесь.
But right now, Anton, please, we need you here.
Скорее, Карина, мы теряем время.
Hurry up, Karina. We're wasting time. After 5 minutes or so, the door downstairs clicked shut, and Dad's car engine revved up amongst the blizzard's roars.
Под масками темнота.
Darkness under the mask. Olya described images from my dream in her feverish delirium, things she had no way of knowing.
Их не sуществует.
They don't exist.
Мы существуем. Еще как существуем.
We do. Oh, we do. A voice rang out in my head at the same time, streamed from all the nooks and crannies in the house.
Мы придем, как только настанет ночь.
Will come when the night falls.
Зайчик мясо нам достань.
Bunny brings us tasty meat.
Или мясом сочным стань.
Or become our juicy treat. I broke free from the illusion's embrace like it was a spider's web. Then sprinted out of the room, almost tumbling down the stairs. I wanted to run outside, throw myself on my parents' necks and tell them how much Olya and I love them. That we'd never fight or argue again. Anything to make them stay with us in this terrifying hour. I swung the door open, but the raging blizzard had already covered the trail of Dad's car. The universe converged into a tiny spot in front of the porch. The house got immediately darker and colder. Something rustled in the attic. Mice? A foxtail? Shadows climbed the walls. Floorboards creaked in empty rooms. Clocks counted down the minutes without mercy. The night was almost upon us. I remembered the instructions from my parents. I needed to look after Olya. To that end, I'll do whatever I can. What if Olya wakes up hungry? Make soup. Make some soup. Some leftovers, condensed milk languished in the freezer. I sliced up a loaf of bread into quarters, just like Olya likes it. Then a piercing howl mixed in with the wind's song. Something dark was there in the blizzard's embrace. Some living being darted around in the snow.
Нет, нет, до ночи еще далеко.
No, no, no. Night is still so far away.
Вы обещали дать мне шанс.
You promised to give me a chance. A pitiful yapping reached my ears. The snowstorm subsided for a moment, chasing away the storm of snowy flies, and I recognized a familiar dog in the ball of fur that shivered in front of me. Maybe that was the chance I was looking for.
Жулька.
Julka. The stray wagged its tail as if it heard my shout and rushed towards the front door. It whimpered as it clawed at the wooden planks with tiny paws, asking me to let it in. Is there another choice? I don't know, man. I don't trust anything in this game. Honestly, I don't. That doesn't look like I can do anything else, so open the door.
Приветик.
Well, hello there. Oh, he's shivering. He's so cute. I bent down and rubbed the dog behind its ears. It wagged its tail even faster. The dog, meat, food. No, don't give them the dog. That's horrible. I mean, it's either that or our parents, right? What if I offered some dog meat to those monsters in the Black Forest? Man, Anton's probably just psychotic, honestly. He's probably just imagining it all. Have we had any confirmation that, like, somebody else has seen it? Bob? Oh, fuck, I can't remember his name. The goofy kid with the, gap teeth. Bobya? I can't remember his name. Fuck! He saw the Black Garage before, but he doesn't like to talk about it that much. So I guess that's as much confirmation as we have had. Well, no, Olya having nightmares. That's confirmation. But that could be a delusion too. No, but yeah, Anton's parents responded to it. Like, what cartoons is she watching? That she's seeing worms. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell. Will it be able to satiate their hunger? Without even thinking how I'd kill the poor animal, I started backtracking, whistling. The blizzard whistled in unison with me, as if supporting my devilish plan. Dude, your parents are gonna come home with medicine and a doctor and you're gonna be slaughtering a dog? Don't do it. There's gotta be another way. The shivering stray ran into the hallway. I shut the door as fast as I could, afraid that the dog could smell the danger and try to run away. Happy barks resounded through the house.
Тише, дурочка. Олю разбудишь.
Pipe down, silly. You'll wake up Olya. No, I can't just gut it in the hallway. The kitchen is a better choice. Why am I not part of this conversation, game? I feel like you're making choices for me, and I'm getting pissed. I'm getting kind of mad. Zolka tried to lick my face when I picked it up, but I dodged. Dodged? Oh, that's a bad pun. Sorry.
Ты, наверное, проголодалась, девочка.
You're probably hungry, huh? Don't feed it and then slaughter. That's just weird, man. No, don't do that. Why would you do that? To calm it down or something? Is there gonna be like a head in the freezer? I ransacked the freezer. Then tore open the plastic bag with meat bits. Open and threw its contents to the dog. It's frozen though. It sniffed the frosty bones with caution, then flashed me a suspicious look.
Ешь давай.
Eat up. Newspaper with mom's crosswords acted as a makeshift oilcloth. I spread them around the floor so as not to get the floor dirty. Seemed like Dad, who was constantly busy, forgot to sharpen our knives. Anton! What are you doing? I felt dizzy at the thought that I'd need to slaughter a writhing Zolka like a pig.
Чем бы тебя таким, чтобы не мучилась?
How can I make this the least painful for you? Someone else smirked inside me.
Ты это... Постой тут.
Listen, I need you to stay here for now.
Я за топором схожу и убью тебя. Хорошо?
I'll go grab the axe and kill you, okay? What is happening? I feel like Anton's been... Like when he rebutted the bear and the owl, like when they got scared, he said he would like rip their tongue out and shove it up their ass or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. He didn't say that, but something akin to that. And they got kind of scared of him when he was like in his like full roided out bunny form. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, he's got a streak of darkness in him now. And he did eat that meat, even though he vomited most of it up. But he did eat that meat. That human meat. With a look of resignation in its eyes, the dog started its last dinner. My legs gained 10 kilograms each as I shambled towards the attic. No, don't do it. That's the attic. As I peered into the darkness, I was scared that I would come face to face with a goat's maw, feel the stench of its dirty fur, and its cold fingers grasping my neck. The attic was empty. There's an axe right there, dude. The axe laid with a blade towards me, casting a sinister shadow. No, do something else. It won't let me. Hell of a way to start chapter 5, game. Killing a dog. What the fuck? My fingers locked around the handle.
Помню. Собака или сестра.
Remember, it's either the dog or your sister. I guess if you think about it that way, in his head, from his perspective, like he cares that much about Olya that he would slaughter a cute little dog. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. Well, this doesn't make me okay with it, but
Собака или я сам.
it's either the dog or yourself. I felt unending hatred towards myself, towards that stupid, totally innocent dog, towards my parents who had abandoned us and driven away in their car, and towards the beast that had left me no choice. I hated the entire world. With that anger in my heart and my axe at the ready, I entered the kitchen to execute the last part of my plan. Zolka stood on his hind legs while Olya rubbed at its scruff. Wait, what? Olya's in here? My sister leaned against the table to stop herself from falling over. I dropped the tool and rushed towards the exhausted Olya. Olya saves the day.
Ты зачем встала?
Why did you get up?
Услышала, как собачка залаяла.
I heard a doggy barking.
Мне уже лучше.
I feel better already. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Не обманывай. Скорее иди в кровать.
Don't lie to me. Let's get you back in bed.
Правда лучше.
But I do. Honest. She let go of the table's edge to prove that she wasn't going to fall unconscious on me. Her cheeks reddened. I sighed after touching my sister's cold forehead. I realized that I'd kill anybody to ensure her safety.
А откуда взялась собачка? Она теперь наша?
Where'd the doggy come from? Are we adopting it? I stood in front of the axe I dropped, ashamed.
Забежала погреться. Погреется и уйдет.
I let it in because it was cold. It'll leave as soon as it warms up.
У нее щенки, ей нужно к ним возвращаться.
It has puppies to take care of. We can't keep it.
Мы и щенков можем к себе взять. Будет классно.
We can take the puppies too. It'd be so cool.
Не думаю, что маме понравится эта идея.
I don't think Mom would like that idea.
А мы ее сильно попросим.
We'll ask her super hard. The stray rubbed against Olya's legs.
Да она блохастая. Фу, Жулька.
It probably has lice. Zolka? No.
Ее Жулька зовут.
Is it a girl? Is her name Zolka?
Жулечка, ты теперь наша.
Zolka, you're ours now.
Не бойся, маленькая. Тебя у нас никто не обидит.
Don't worry, girl. No one will harm you here. Sure, tell Anton that. Olya took a sausage from the fridge and then threw it to the dog. It chomped on the treat with enthusiasm, even though I had already fed it an entire portion of beef bones.
Я бы на твоем месте все-таки подремал.
Hey, I'd go take a nap if I were you.
Скоро папа врача привезет, а мама лекарства.
Dad'll bring the doctor soon, and Mom's gonna get you meds.
Я больше не хочу спать. Мне кошмар снился.
I don't want to sleep anymore. I had a nightmare. She spoke slowly, her eyes downcast.
Да, знаю.
Yeah, I know.
А вот и не знаешь.
No, you don't.
Ты хоть и был в этом сне, но откуда тебе знать?
You were in the dream, but how would you know?
А я про него рассказывать не буду,
And I won't tell you.
потому что сон был очень плохим. Но теперь
Because it was a very, very bad dream. But now? Olya's face brightened up. Her lips formed a smile.
теперь у меня есть Жулька, и все будет хорошо.
I have Zolka now. Everything will be okay.
Она залает, если прилетит страшная сова. А мы проснемся и спрячемся.
She'll bark if that scary owl comes, and we'll wake up and hide.
И тогда нас не найдут.
And they won't find us.
Оль, вряд ли эта шавка нас защитит.
Olya, I doubt this mangy thing can protect us. Yet, my sister had already made up her mind.
Еще как защитит.
She can.
Ты же защитишь. Правда? Правда, маленькая.
You'll protect us, right, doggy? Right? The stray barked in approval.
У меня для тебя кое-что есть. Я сейчас.
Oh, I have something for you. Wait here. Olya ran towards the stairs. I heard them creak.
Осторожнее!
Careful.
Я скоро. Присмотри за Жулькой.
I'll be right back. Look after Zulka. I stared at the dog, stunned by how lively Olya was now, despite being delirious from fever just minutes ago. Zulka finished her sausage and switched to licking the floor.
В друзья набиваешься, да?
Trying to cozy up to me, huh? I was Olya's only friend. I was her savior. I could at least try to save her. But to do that... It's still on the table! It's still... I picked up the axe from the floor. Zulka, after sensing something, rushed after Olya, but I stood in the dog's way in front of the staircase.
У нас мало времени. Оля скоро вернется.
We don't have much time. Olya will be back soon. No, I don't want to make this choice. I tightened my grip on the axe. It weighed a ton now. The little dog followed all of my movements with its eyes.
Не бойся.
Don't be afraid.
Я знаю, что все собаки попадают в рай.
I know that all dogs go to heaven. Its tail jumped back and forth.
Да не будь же ты такой милой.
Stop being so cute, damn it. No. Fuck off. Okay, so if we kill it, if we spare this dog, right? And then everything comes to fruition and they end up eating our parents. What? They make the tail wag. What'd the dog do? Oh no. I'm kind of tempted to kill it, but Olya's gonna hate us forever, but then it'll actually save her. Dude, I can't do it. That's psychotic shit. I'm not doing it. What am I doing? What am I doing? How will I be different from the sadists from my school if I hurt an innocent dog? Especially when it looks at me with eyes this intelligent.
Не могу.
Dude, I can't. You spared Zulka. I dropped the axe, exhausted. Beads of sweat rolled down my body under my clothes. My breathing, ragged. It felt like I just ran a 100-meter sprint.
Я не убийца.
I'm no killer. Zulka yapped, as if agreeing with me.
Я принесла игрушки для собачки.
I brought some toys for the doggy. Olya hopped down the stairs. She was clutching a bright ribbon in one of her hands and a rubber ball in another. I pushed the axe under the phone table with my foot. With a sad smirk on my face, I watched my sister sigh in adoration.
Ты теперь в безопасности.
No, you're safe now. But what about us? The window seemed so fragile. The shadows outside, so alive. Olya tied the ribbon around the dog's neck like an improvised collar. Then she made Zulka chase the ball, baring its teeth in a bout of canine happiness, all to Olya's amusement. My sister laughed. My sister's laugh was priceless, even at a moment like that. It felt like nothing bad had ever happened, and our parents were about to return, and her fever was about to subside. And the black garage never existed.
Почему нельзя превращаться в собак?
Why can't we just turn into dogs?
Или в других зверюшек? Гулять, резвиться?
Or some other animal? We'd run around, have fun. A foreboding feeling tugged at my heart. Yeah, it's because Anton is part bunny man. His persona, the bunny.
Потому что мы люди.
Because we're humans.
Скучно.
That's boring. Olya tapped on the floor.
Сидеть.
Sit. Zulka yapped in confusion.
Не работать ей в цирке.
Not cut out for work in the circus, huh?
Я ее всем командам обучу. Вот увидишь.
I'll teach her lots of commands, you'll see. Olya yawned, laid on her side, there and then, on the floor. A ball rolled away from her, attracting the stupid dog.
Как спать?
Oh, so sleepy.
Хочется.
Her eyelids closed and she started snoring. Okay? Dude, her eyelashes are fucking out of control. Holy shit, dude. She has to brush those out. I leaned and touched her forehead. It was hot again. Oh no! No! Load. Kill the dog. I don't want to go back and kill the dog just to see what happens. I leaned in and touched her forehead. It was hot again. No!
Сторожи свою хозяйку. Ты ей жизнью обязана.
Guard your owner. You owe her your life. My command was directed at Zolka. The dog kept on sniffing my pants, oblivious to how close to death it was. I ran to the second floor and brought a blanket and pillow. Olya should sleep here under my watch. Who knows what could knock on her bedroom door. I tucked my sister in. She smacked her lips in her sleep. I rubbed her delicate forehead. Zolka rolled into a ball beside her and started snoring loudly.
Ночь будет долгой.
I don't know that. I'm sorry. That's why I'm playing with the English subtitles. I don't know what you said. I'm sorry. I shrank after hearing an ear-rending scream in the surrounding darkness. It was the wind, or the agony of hunger. The monstrous music of the hurricane poured into my ears. It consisted of screeching, wailing, and my own quickened heartbeat. The wind rammed the windows. An open window banged against the frame somewhere above us, as if it were a rabid beast clanging its maw. Had the guests arrived already? Were they walking on the second floor? Were they running from one corner to another in the hallway, giggling? I should have fed Zolka to them. They're angry. Their wrath knows no bounds. I squeezed myself into the fridge, expecting the darkness of the doorframe to... Wait, what? I squeezed myself into the fridge? Okay. Expecting the darkness of the doorframe to sink its claws into me at any moment. I waited for toothy animal faces to emerge into the kitchen, their saliva spattering to the floor. I needed to calm down. I need to take my meds. Amen. Hallelujah. Go take your meds, dude. I grabbed the packaging from one of the fridge's shelves, pushed a pill onto my tongue, and washed it down with tap water. Then collected some more water and washed my face. It felt like the blizzard was disappointed by my choice. It wailed and attacked the outer walls of the house even harder. It felt the immense fear of the two small children inside this fragile house. I realized that the shadows were creeping closer to Olya when I wasn't watching them. A black lump that crawled around the corner but melted from a direct look. A fuzzy silhouette under the table. Yeah, that's Mom's name. She carved it when she was a kid, right? I turned my head like crazy, fending them off. A gut-wrenching squeak rang out, as if somebody scraped their claws against the window's glass.
Нет, нет,
No,
нет!
no, no!
Вы не настоящие!
You're not real! But if the shadows weren't real, if there was nobody inside that blizzard, does that mean I'm just insane? I looked at the package in my hand. What did I even take? The kids don't need to read instructions for medication. They have moms for that. I pierced the tiny font with my eyes. Relieves fits of uncontrollable anger and anxiety. Helps with behavioral abnormalities, mania, destructive behavior. Can cause addiction. Possible side effects include dizziness, light or heightened motor activity, disruption to the thermal regulation, and also insomnia. In high dosages, it can cause serious injury or death. I hesitated. Alyssa's smarmy voice floated up in my memory. The pills inhibited me. They led me away from the snowy path. But maybe I didn't need that snowy path after all. It's time to stop. What was the truth? How could I tell it apart from the nasty lies? there's nothing else we can do. We have to take it, right? Yeah, I can't click off. Take it. I took a risk. Things would take a turn for a worse if I couldn't think clearly. The shadows around me gradually stopped acting like sentient beings. The squeaking sound stopped. There was nothing threatening about the weather. We were inside after all.
Вы дома?
Are you home?
На улице черти что.
The weather's atrocious.
Антон, поставь чайник.
Anton, get the kettle ready. 2 pairs of shoes were stomping around in the hallway, throwing snow off. My parents appeared at the doorway. Olya shuddered weakly and opened her eyes.
Мамочка, папочка,
Mom, Dad,
Ты чего на полу разлеглась? У тебя же температура.
what are you doing on the floor? You have a fever. Dad looked over the mess that was our kitchen, and the longer he looked, the more grim his expression. Mom scooped up Olya.
Господи, какой горячий лоб.
Oh gosh, your forehead is so hot.
Ничего, потерпи. Мы привезли лекарства. Сейчас станет лучше.
It's okay, just hold on. We've brought you the medicine. You'll feel better in no time.
мне снилось, что Антон стал монстром.
Anton became a monster in that dream. Mom scalded me with an angry stare.
На 5 минут нельзя оставить.
Can't leave you alone for even 5 minutes. At least I didn't kill the dog. At least they didn't walk in on Anton with an axe in the kitchen with just a single layer of crossword puzzle newspaper. Chopping and gutting. Fucking stray dog, dude. At least there's that. Okay? Expectations. Mom and Dad. Expectations, please. He didn't kill a dog. I felt my face grow red.
Все хорошо, маленькая. Я отнесу тебя в постель.
It's okay, baby girl. Let me carry you to bed. Anton. Our eyes met. Olya looked at me with desperation.
Антон, прошу тебя, останься со мной.
Anton, please stay with me.
Твоему брату нужно убраться.
Your brother needs to fix this mess. They haven't even seen the dog yet. Fix this mess? How? By going into the darkness? No, idiot. Mom's talking about the kitchen table where you made a mess while making sandwiches with condensed milk. Before letting them carry her away, Olya turned to me and gave me a look full of confusion. I wanted to grab her and hold her to my chest, but Mom carried her out into the corridor. We're gonna get it from Dad now. Yeah, look at that face. Fuck me. I would run. The kitchen felt even nastier without her, and the wind's howls became even louder and more desperate. All right, here it goes.
Да уж. Не радуешь ты нас, Антон.
Disappointed. This is not good. Not good at all, Anton. Very disappointed in you.
Я все объясню.
Nah, I can explain. Dad interrupted me with a gesture.
Не сейчас.
Not now.
Я голоден, как волк.
I'm as hungry as a wolf. Dad bent down, picked up the axe. Zolka whimpered from under the table.
Час от часу не легче. Где ты его откопал?
What's this now? Where'd you get that thing?
Это девочка. Ее зовут...
It's a girl. Her name... Dad interrupted me with another gesture.
Так значит, это она устроила тут бардак?
So it's responsible for the mess here?
Не совсем.
Not exactly, but...
Я не желаю пререкаться. Выгони ее.
I don't want to argue with you. Just chase it away.
Пап!
But Dad...
Тоша, твоя мама сейчас на взводе.
Tosha, your mom, is at her wit's end right now.
Умоляю, уведи собачонку, пока мама не увидела.
Please just get rid of the dog before she notices. That's a death sentence. It's freezing out there.
Ты ее знаешь, она ни за что не разрешит нам оставить эту моську.
Oh, he's sympathetic. Yeah. He's a good dad. He's not yelling at Anton. So, yeah. You know how she is. She won't let us keep this dog. D.
По крайней мере, пока Оля больна. А там
At least until Olya feels better, and then
что-нибудь придумаем.
we'll think of something. I replied with a resigned sigh. Dad showed me a sad smile and held out a couple of sausages from the fridge to me.
На, покормишь по дороге.
Here, feed it outside.
Пойдем, Жулька.
All right, let's go, Zolka. Time to die in the cold. I entered the hallway along with the happy dog that was munching on a cold sausage. I honed my hearing to try and listen to the conversation in Olya's room, but the rampaging nature silenced the voices. I threw on my jacket, whistled to the dog, and went out into the blizzard. The only consolation I had was the fact that Zolka was a stray, so she probably knows how to survive the winter. I fed her the last of my treats and she started licking my hands in excitement. The wind pushed me back as if escorting me to the stockade of trees. They hunched over the storm like ugly executioners that were about to kill me for my crime. Gatherings of elms looked like cliffs. In the crevices between them, the wind and the gray ghosts wandered. Those surely were the forest's previous victims. No, it's just snow. But if the glade was so scary, then what's the thicket like? And don't think about it. Do what you must and run back. I walked, swallowed by snow piles. The closer I got to the pines, the darker my surroundings became. I looked back at the house. The lights inside trembled like candle flames that were about to be put out by the wind. For some reason, I thought that nobody would come and reignite them.
Беги, Жулька. Здесь тебе не рады.
Run, Zolka. You're not welcome here. The dog perked its ears. The bushes rustled, crackling in the cold. The darkness hooted. Branches cracked. Somebody walked by the edge of the forest. Zolka barked a single time. I turned around in panic, but my home was no longer there. The blizzard surrounded me with impenetrable chaos. Whistling echoes around the trunks, snowflakes flying in my face. Crunch, crunch, crunch. A giant meat grinder crunching on bones. That's how the steps that approached me from the darkness sounded. I stepped back. Zolka barked. Dad just probably took pity on the dog and decided to take it back into our warm house.
Пап!
Dad? Crunch. Crunch. The footsteps stopped, mere meters away from me. I strained my vision. There was nobody there. It was just a brush that bent under the gusts of wind. I exhaled in relief. And then somebody's arms grabbed me from behind. Tore me off the ground. And threw me into the darkness. Oblivion was like a well full of viscous syrup. I was slowly sliding to the bottom of it. It was a somewhat pleasant feeling. I couldn't change anything, so I just relaxed inside the goo. Like a diver that lets the current carry them. But even then, I knew the well wasn't bottomless. I wasn't likely to wake up in my bed near my anxious parents. First, the pain came. My hands hurt like they were run over by a car. Then, dim light squeezed through my fluttering eyelids. I opened my eyes and emerged into a nightmare. Fragments of reality rushed me like a pack of rabid dogs. We're in the garage. Yeah, we're in the garage. Rows of shelves, metal walls, the bulb hanging on a wire, the riveted flooring. I woke up inside the garage. Horror gripped me harder than the ropes that circled around my wrists. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's fucking hogtied, dude. I thrashed around and moaned. A piece of duct tape stopped me from calling for help. I was hanging in the air a good 2 feet off the dirty flooring. The ropes, fixed on a hook, was drilled to the ceiling. They held me in a horizontal position. My feet were raised backwards. My numb fingers clenched and unclenched. The cords ate into my skin. My throat was dry. My tongue was stuck to my palate. This is the end. The beginning of the end, to be precise, because I won't be granted a quick death. The fragments of a scary reality fell into place like pieces of a puzzle. I tried to calm down and avoid hurting my arms even more. At least the one who captured me went somewhere else. I was the only person in this metal box. Can I maybe free myself? But after a moment, I was dangling again, like a fly inside a spider's web. In place of spanners and winches, pliers and scalpels and bone saws. All dirty, covered in rust. The floor smeared with red stains. A pile of rags in the corner. When I realized what I was looking at, strength left me. Those were kids' clothing and shoes. The things that belonged to my predecessors. Those who died at the hands of the serial killer inside his lair. I blinked away my heavy tears. There was something big, covered by a tarp to the right of me. And even more to the left of it sat a kid. They were hunched over near that thing, which was probably the generator that powered the light bulb. I stopped crying and moaned, trying to attract his attention. The kid turned his back towards me, his head, his hood. I couldn't see if it was a boy or a girl. That kid hugged their knees and swayed back and forth as if in a trance. Their shadows slid across the metal in that silence that was only disturbed by the howling wind outside. What if that's Olya? The thought that my sister also ended up in the black garage scalded my mind. I threw my head back and twisted my wrist, trying to reach the knots with my fingers. My attempts failed, to no one's surprise. I looked at the generator again. The kid was gone, if they were ever there in the first place. I turned my head around, looking for the kid. I heard a stifled wheezing coming from under the tarp. Another hallucination? I stared at the source of a barely audible sound. And then the metal prison cell shook so hard that my body was thrown towards the shelves, as if I was on a swing. Torture tools clanged, the light bulb swayed, a bright spot it produced squirming on the horrifying floor. The black garage turned into a shadow theater. Is this an earthquake? No, more like Baba Yaba's hut, growing chicken legs and going for a walk. The garage was moving. Yes, it was being transported. I could hear the hum of an engine outside through the roaring wind. The light bulb flickered, going out and then turning on the next instant. What is that? Is that a dog barking? I was thrown towards the generator. The rope slipped from the hook and I fell on my back, my eyes bulging out of their sockets from pain. The door flew open, confirming my hunch. Tree trunks flew by in the blizzard. We were moving, probably under tow.
Есть кто живой? Бяшка, алло!
Anybody alive? Basha? It's Roma! Hell yeah! Romka, I'm not hallucinating after all. I spun my legs. Romka jumped into the garage like a passenger who was late for his train. He frowned for a second and rushed towards me, ripping off my gag.
Братуха, цел?
Are you okay, bro? I didn't have a concrete answer for this question.
Сейчас, погоди.
All right, give me a moment. Roma pulled out his butterfly knife and sliced the ropes. I moaned from the pain in my pinched wrists. Roma held out his hand and I grabbed it. The floor under us shook like crazy. We had to balance to avoid sliding towards the walls.
Я смотрю, фартовый ты пацан.
I see you're one lucky fucker.
Как ты здесь оказался?
God, how did you end up here?
Как в боевике, прикинь.
Just like a damn action movie.
Бяша же пропал. Менты ко мне нагрянули, я ж его кореш закадычил.
Basha went missing, see? The cops went to me, since I'm his pal and all.
Тихонов, то сё, с нами, говорит, поедешь.
And Tiknova was like, you're going with us.
Они меня в бобик посадили и давай по окрестностям.
They put me in the car and drove me all over the neighborhood.
Считай, повезло. Маньячи на гараж вез.
We got lucky. The killer was moving his garage, and we got on his tail. Shots fired outside. Dogs barked.
Кто маньяк?
Who Who is the killer? Roma was about to open his mouth when we heard another wheezing sound from under the tarp. We rushed towards the sound and pulled the tarp off with 4 hands. My brain almost got fried from what I saw. There was an industrial meat grinder under the tarp. As you do, naturally. In its bowl that stank of motor oil lay a tied up Katya? What? Holy shit! So Olya didn't die and Katya didn't die. What did we see? Then what did we see when I tried to save her? What did we smell when her intestines ripped open? And they said we you know, smelt her entrails being ripped to shreds and grinded into a very gelatinous goo. I don't know, but I'm happy. It's awesome. Yeah, Katya. Her eyes, full of despair and tears, were directed at us. Katya moaned in the gag. Oh, we'll get you out of here. Careful, Roma. Ranka heard me plead, but there was already nothing he can do. The garage shook again, and the delinquent was thrown against the meat grinder's side, breaking the lever under the bowl. No, you can't. Okay, game. You can't grind Katya up twice, right? You can't do that. That's like visual novel like rules, right? Like you'll go to jail for that. The developers will, if they grind her up twice. I'm pretty sure that's in the rules. Yeah, it's in the rules. You can't do it. You just can't. You can't. Fuck. The giant machine rumbled like an empty belly. You can't do it twice, dude. You cannot. The knives came into motion inside the cast iron mouth. No! No! You're not allowed! Fuck you! Katya's eyes bulged out even more. I realized that she was sliding into the meat grinder's throat. A couple more seconds, and the blades would slice off her feet. Ranka, still wincing from pain, tried to move what was left of the lever with his bare hands, but it was completely broken. I shoved my hands into the bowl and grabbed Katya by the shoulders. My fingers slipped. The girl's feet touched the blades. The hellish spiral got painted red, and Katya's face turned crimson. You can't! You can't! What the fuck, Game? She was probably about to lose consciousness. I clutched the collar of Katya's I clutched the collar of Katya's coat and pulled the girl towards me as hard as I could. Ramka rushed to help, stopping our classmate from falling into the bowl.
What's this?
Who's there? Help, dickhead! Tikhonov stumbled into the garage completely out of breath. I didn't even notice how the garage stopped. Gunshots continued cracking outside. Lieutenant, help us! The place where... I can't. The place where the ghost sat a minute ago caught my attention. The generator! Tikhonov acted without delay. He dashed to the generator while we were holding Katya in place. The policeman turned off the motor in a flash. Oh! The giant machine rumbled with its cast iron bowels for one last time. And then went silent. The blades spun idly for a couple of seconds and stopped. Blood dripped down from them. I'm traumatized, dude. Fuck you, game. Man, you suck. God damn.
Тоха, ты по-братски не говори, что я задел рычаг.
Toha, be a bro. Don't tell them that I pushed that lever. Roma. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, dude. Daps you up. Your secret's safe with me. I replied with a curt nod, and he relaxed, seemingly believing me.
Спасибо. Ты настоящий друг.
Thanks. You're a true friend. But what happened to Katya's? Doesn't have feet anymore? Did she get her feet chopped off, or is it just a little bit chopped? Like just like the bottoms of her feet, or maybe a couple toes or something? I don't know. We took Katya out of the meat grinder, and she went limp in Tikhonov's hands. She lost consciousness. No, there's a feet. Yeah, she got feet. Cool. And that was probably the best outcome for her. The wind whistled into the open door. The sight of my classmate's bloody foot was stomach churning. Okay, so that foot right there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, one foot's fucked. She was missing a big toe, and the next one to it dangled in the air, still connected to the foot with a tiny patch of skin. Dude, that's fine. That's good. She'll have trouble balancing probably. She'll have to, I don't know if they have like prosthetics for that or maybe special shoes. Yeah. She'll be okay. You can miss a big toe or two. No longer will Katya be able to be our fastest girl in PE class. You still might be able to run fast without a big toe. With special shoes, maybe. I don't know. That thought almost brought me to tears, but I held on. And it was all Roma's fault.
Твою мать. Нет.
Oh, fuck. No way. I turned to Roma. Yeah, he's going to take it pretty hard. He was holding a sneaker that he excavated from a pile of shoes. Oh, is this somebody else? Oh, fucking Biasha.
Братан.
Oh, that sucks. I like Biasha. I put my hand on Romka's shoulder.
Ты уверен? Это его?
Is this his? Are you sure?
Его. А раньше мой был. Я ему свои вещи давал донашивать.
It's his. But it was mine before. I always gave him my hand-me-downs.
Мне жаль, друг.
I'm sorry, friend.
Уходим отсюда.
Let's get out of here. Romka let go of the sneaker. We went out into the raging snowstorm one after the other. Pines loomed over us. They reminded me of hollowed out bones, with the burial winds howling inside of them. Snow piled over the cabin of an overturned tractor. The garage was stuck in a snow pile. A police car was also parked nearby. The flicker of police sirens, the horrifying trees, and the white wasteland. I'll never forget this sight. More shots rang out in the distance. And then an epiphany came. The tractor driver. He transported the garage from one place to another. He was the serial killer.
Доронин и остальные, пошли за похитителем.
Dororian and the others. They went to chase the kidnapper. Zolka ran up to my legs, wagging her tail.
Героиня наша.
Ah, there you are, little hero. I'm so glad we didn't kill the dog. This would have gone probably a lot differently.
Героиня?
A hero?
Это она нас на гараж вывела. Получается, твой запах
She brought us to the garage. Probably caught your scent.
Пойдешь в милицию служить, нюхач?
You want to work for the police, snifferhead? Zolka barked in agreement. I rubbed the dog behind its back. The forest became unbearably cold. Tikhonov looked at Katya with fraternal tenderness and then turned to us.
Аптечка под бардачком. Пацан, Антон, притащи-ка бинты.
I got a first aid kit under the glove box. Hey, Anton, bring us some bandages. I completed his request in a flash. Tikhonov held Katya's foot. Red drops, large red drops fell into the snow. I bandaged Katya's foot, stealing glances at the lieutenant as if to ask him with my facial expressions if I was doing everything right.
Теперь узел. Отлично.
Now tie a knot here. Yeah, good. A small rime-looking stain soaked through the white threads. It's just red rime doesn't exist. What? I don't understand that sentence. At all. Huh? I could barely take my eyes off of it.
Пацаны, побудьте с ней в машине.
Hey guys, stay with her in the car.
Я найду Доронина.
I'll go find Dororian. Tikhonov carried Katya to the car.
Следи, чтобы у нее ноги были выше от земли.
Hey, make sure her legs are always elevated,
А то, не дай бог, от потери крови
or she
помрет.
might die from blood loss. The policeman said that and left us. Roma, lost in his own thoughts, sat on the front seat, leaning against the glass, with his temple. He wasn't in the mood to talk. He wasn't in the mood to talk anymore. I sat in the back seat beside Katya. She looked weak, pale like gypsum, but also somehow breathtakingly beautiful. She didn't look like a sly snake anymore. She was a swan, dying in my hands now. When I got warm, I started to come to the realization that I survived. And a chapter of my life that was a pure horror show was now over. I don't think that's the case. There's Alyssa still, and the goat man, and Owl and the bear. Yeah, unless that's all in your head, then cool. Just get better medication, I guess. I tore my eyes off the blizzard, raging outside, and looked down in surprise. Katya's fingers clutched my hand. She looked at me from under her half-closed eyelids.
Это ты. Ты спас меня.
You saved me. I was about to say that Ronka was with me, and that the police, headed by Tikhonov, were also nearby. But I remained silent for whatever reason.
Спасибо.
Thank you. I replied with a tired smile.
Отдыхай. Нам всем нужно отдохнуть.
Get some rest. We all need to get some rest. I turned to the window and continued to enjoy the sensation of Katya's fingers on my hand. The bell rang. Throngs of school kids tumbled out of the classrooms. The wind covered the schoolyard with snow. It thawed on the boots and dirtied the floors inside. It had been 2 weeks since we got out of the serial killer's den. Ronka barely came to school, so I had no chance of talking to him. The last time I saw Katya is when we sat in the police car. Lila Pavlovna took a leave to care for her daughter, so we had a substitute teacher for now. If Dad didn't talk Mom out of locking me home, I wouldn't be here either. My parents always had their eyes on me since that incident. My classmates looked at me differently too, as if they were looking at an alien from a distant planet. I couldn't gauge who that alien was. That friendly one from the Steven Spielberg movie, or the alien. I stood near the window and stared at a white-veiled yard. The world shrank to the school and its surroundings, walled off by the swirling darkness. The killer... What? The killer managed to escape? They were like in a shootout and shit. What? No way. That's fucked. He's still at large. He's probably equipping a new garage, even blacker and even scarier than the previous one. Hey, it's Paulina. Hey there, my hero. Paulina smiled at me, her hands behind her back.
Как же мы давно не общались.
We haven't talked in so long.
По телефону общались вчера.
We called just yesterday.
Телефон не
That
считается.
doesn't count.
А вживую не болтали целую вечность.
It's the real world interactions that matter.
Как поживаешь?
How have you been? How have I been? Really? I've been a person who witnessed a pair of Katya's toes getting sliced off by giant blades.
Все в порядке. Вроде.
I'm fine, I think.
Ты изменился. Повзрослел.
You've changed. You look more mature.
До сих пор поверить не могу, что наш Петров спас человека
I
из
still
мясорубки.
can't believe that Anton Petrov had saved someone from a meat grinder.
Мы с Ромкой.
And together with Romka. Romka exacerbated the situation, man. She wouldn't need saving if he hadn't fucked up. But he got thrown into it, so it's not really his fault.
Ромка. Странно, что он никого случайно не убил. С его везением.
I'm surprised he didn't kill anybody by accident, considering his luck. Dude, she knows him too well. She knows his ass. Too well. Paulina's forehead puckered. How's your forehead pucker? Oh, like right there, your brow furrow? Okay. Forehead puckering? That's weird. Usually I associate puckering with sphinctorial muscles. And yeah, I didn't think you could pucker your forehead, but sure. That's cool, man. I'm going to use that in the future.
А вот ты совсем другое дело. Рядом с тобой безопасно.
Yeah, you're different. I feel safe around you.
Девушки такое чувствуют.
Girls have a sixth sense for that kind of thing. I was completely at a loss.
Ну, не знаю.
Я не знаю.
Не скромничай. Хотя ты такой милый, когда краснеешь.
No need to be humble, although your red face kind of looks cute.
Вот бы таких рыцарей, как ты, в мире было больше.
I wish there were more knights like you out there in the world.
Это бы решило многие проблемы, да?
That would solve so many problems, don't you think? Did she call me a knight? I grunted something unintelligible and my face went red as a beet, cursing my shyness in my mind. Paulina sneaked a glance at the window, at the white blankets of snow floating outside. There was an impenetrable wall of darkness past the flower beds.
Думаешь, этот псих еще в поселке?
Do you think that psycho is still in the village?
Надеюсь, нет.
God, I hope not.
Милиция прочесала все вдоль и поперек.
The police have scoured every corner around here.
У меня к тебе просьба, Антон.
Anton, I have a favor to ask.
Дедушка сейчас в больнице.
Grandpa's in the hospital right now.
Что-то серьезное?
Is it serious?
В его возрасте все серьезно.
Anything could be serious at his age.
Знаешь, мне страшно даже за закрытыми дверями.
You see, I feel scared even behind closed doors.
А на улице, в метели, сегодня по дороге в школу я расплакалась.
And outside in the blizzard, I broke out crying while walking home.
Глупо, да?
It's so stupid, right?
Вовсе не глупо.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid. There's a fucking dude kidnapping children and putting them into meat grinders. That's insane. That's fucked. That's a fucked serial killer. I mean, killing adults sucks too, right? Killing women, stuff like that. But he's killing kids in a meat grinder. A meat grinder. And what does he do with the ground up parts? Right? That's fucked. It's not stupid. You're totally legitimate. Yeah. I felt like she was never this candid with me. This straightforward attitude fit Paulina well. It adorned her already beautiful face. And her magical eyes. Suspicious and trusting at the same time. Anyone would want to become a genuine knight under their watchful gaze.
Ты бы мог проводить меня домой после уроков?
Can you escort me home after school?
Другие мальчики мне предлагали. Но что они сделают, если появится убийца?
Other boys have offered themselves, but what if they OD if the killer appears? What? What if they OD? Are they fucking like fent nodding? Are they like fent nodding on the way home? What if they run off, or I don't know what that means if the killer appears? I was flattered, but still couldn't help but question myself. What do I do? Or what would I do? I don't know. Probably save your game and make a choice. Whip out an Uzi, just like Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris has Uzis? I thought Chuck Norris, like, killed people with his mustache or beard or something. I can't remember. Chuck Norris jokes. It's like early 2000s. World of Warcraft. Barons chat. If you know, you know. Paulina looked at me as if she was sure I carried a gun like that in my school bag. And maybe even multiple of them.
Мы договорились?
So what do you say? Yeah, dude. I wanted to reply, but then I saw two people nearing the stairs. Oh, hey!
Аккуратнее.
Lilia Pavlova and Katya, walking in crutches, or on crutches. She lost weight and looked frail after weeks of absence. I remembered her tender gaze back when we sat in the police car. That horrible day became just a tad bit brighter thanks to that bonding moment between two people who escaped certain death. The bell rang. I shuddered.
Встретимся после уроков.
I'll see you after school. I didn't say yes. I didn't say yes. I didn't say yes. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Get one of the fent nodding dudes. We entered the classroom. The rumors of Lilia Pavlovna coming back spread faster than she could get here. The kids were already standing at attention when she came in.
Садитесь.
You can sit down.
Катюш, дойти сама сможешь?
Can you walk there by yourself, Katya, dear?
Смогу, мам.
I can, Mom. Katya hobbled her way along the desks, and our classmates drilled holes in her with their eyes. They were probably imagining themselves in her place, inside that psycho's garage. Or maybe they wondered how it felt to move around without 2 toes on their legs. Katya skipped her usual place as if she forgot where she sat during her sick leave and stopped at my desk. She just stood there, her eyes downcast. What's up? Boop. I was taken aback. Paulina. There's gonna be some kind of like weird jealousy, weird like prepubescent love triangle. Fuck that. I don't have anything to do with this, man. I'm too fucking old. Doubly so. Because we were being watched by an anxious Paulina who was half turned towards us. Damn.
Подвинешься?
Can you move? I didn't know what to do. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, as Dad used to say. Paulina squeezed the pencil in her hand. Seemed like she was about to break it. That pressure transferred to my spine.
Мне долго ждать?
Well?
Что?
What?
Ты тормоз?
Are you slow or what? She finally looked at me. I didn't miss that thorny stare at all. Paulina. So you are still in there.
К шкафу подвинулся очкарик.
Move to the cabinet, Four Eyes. I lost my breath for a moment from anger. Four Eyes? Really? After everything that happened? My cheeks burning. I obeyed her order.
На полу.
On the floor.
Что?
What?
На полу грязь.
There's dirt on the floor.
Я не дежурный сегодня.
I'm not on cleaning duty today.
Это грязь с твоих копыт.
Oh. That dirt is from your hooves. Clean it! I gulped without looking at my classmates in hopes that they weren't looking at us at that moment. I hoped they weren't enjoying this humiliating spectacle.
Хорошо.
All right. With my eyes locked on Katya, I wiped off a small puddle under my desk with the sole of my shoe.
Ты почему стоишь, Катя?
Why are you standing there, Katya?
Лиля Павловна, тут Петров насвинячил.
Petrov made a mess here.
Да-да.
Da-da.
Вот жду, пока он за собой уберется.
I'm just waiting for him to clean it up.
Петров, быстрее, пожалуйста, не задерживай урок.
Petrov, hurry up, please. We need to start the lesson. I felt like my whole head was burning, and that the words that left my mouth were little fireballs.
Серьезно? Убери.
Really? Now? Clean it up?
Это твое спасибо.
Is that your gratitude?
Жесть какая.
Katya's face reddened, but she continued her arrogant staring contest nonetheless. I couldn't stop anymore. I raced down a proverbial hill. I burst out. Or was it the fear that I bottled up inside me for a month that burst out? I pushed away the chair beside me, hunched down, and started wiping the floor with the sleeves of my shirt.
Чисто. Может, Ваше Величество уже сесть?
Oh, is that good enough? Can Her Highness finally sit down? Katya let out an insolent snort.
Что ж, хорошая работа.
Yes, good job.
Кстати,
By the way,
сама себя вытаскивай в следующий раз. Дура.
don't say that. That's go. Yeah, you don't have to. Next time, I won't come to your rescue, idiot.
Петров!
Fuck. Her mom is the teacher in the class. You said that a little too loud. Lilia Pavlova's eyes widened. She saw red.
Что ты себе позволяешь? К директору! Быстро!
How dare you say that? Principal's office, now! I jumped up in defiance.
Так-то он прав. Могла бы и поблагодарить.
Paulina comes to our... I don't need your help, Paulina. We're doing just fine, thank you very much. He's right, though. The least she could do was thank him.
Он ей вообще-то жизнь
He
спас.
saved her life. The class buzzed in agreement. They were clearly on my side. Before I could let that thought sink in, fate presented me with a new surprise. What? Katya swayed, and I reflexively held her to stop her from falling over, and then sat her on my chair.
Прости меня, Антон.
I'm sorry, Anton. She just can't help it. She's just mean girl, man. She's just mean girl. Yeah. I mean, it's just a tough exterior to protect whatever her heart or something. I don't know. Her mask slipped. Exactly. I saw the Katya that clutched my hand at the back seat of the police car again.
Я злюсь на свою ногу, а не на тебя.
I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at my foot. Yeah, her running. That sucks.
Прости. Я и правда дура.
I'm sorry. I am an idiot. I mumbled something unintelligible in reply, shook by her sudden confession.
Может, сядешь уже?
Will you sit down?
Но, Лилия Павловна...
But, Lilia,
Ладно, садись, Петров.
mom's approval? Okay. Fine, Petrov, you can sit.
Давайте уже начнем урок.
Let's start the class. I took my seat. Katya's gaze was fixed on me. It felt ticklish. I turned around and caught Paulina's stare. Her heart's like, her heart's breaking. She was trying her best to comprehend what was going on between me and Katya. But that was something I couldn't comprehend myself.
Знаешь, в больнице я много думала.
You know, when I was in the hospital, I've been thinking,
Я была несправедлива к людям,
I was always so fair towards the others,
а сильнее всего к тебе.
and especially towards you.
Я уже и забыл.
I've already forgotten about it.
Забыл.
Yeah, right, liar. She accidentally pushed my black pencil case with a race car on it with her elbow off the desk. I bent to pick it up. Oh. Yeah, she got shoes on, and she still has the bandages. That's cool. And her crutches. I'll grab that. For a moment, my gaze froze on Katya's bandaged foot. Then I straightened up. Katya pushed a note towards me. Promise you won't lie anymore? I smiled at her, took my pencil, and wrote one more line on the piece of paper. Yeah, I'll do my best. Katya took out the red pen from her pencil case. She did a meticulous check on all the letters, then squinted cunningly at me and put a B+ under my line.
Да-да, за чистописание. Почерк больно кривоват.
Yes, yes, yes. Your cursive is a bit too messy, so it's not an A. I snorted in reply.
Оценку можно исправить.
But you can improve your grade. I felt Paulina's stare on the back of my head. It felt awkward, anxious, but also pleasant. A warm storm of emotions.
Допустим, я хочу 5.
Okay, let's say I do want an A.
Тогда разрешаю проводить меня после уроков.
Then you can walk me home after school.
То есть нет.
No, I mean... She flashed me a guilty smile, chasing away the shadow of her former self.
Я очень прошу тебя меня проводить.
Can you walk me home, please? Pretty please. That was something I had to dwell on for a moment. 2 of the prettiest girls in class both asking me to walk them home. This is like main character syndrome, dude. I mean, this is a game, and Anton is the main character. So yeah, of course, he's in this situation. But this shit don't happen in real life. Nope. You're not the main character. I mean, maybe it has somewhere, but statistically speaking, it's never happened to you. Or me. Am I being delusional? Should I take my meds? I opened my mouth and then noticed a child, clearly younger than us, sitting at Ronka and Basya's desk, with a hood that uncovered their entire face. Horror flooded the empty space inside my soul. My throat squeezed shut, depriving me of oxygen. I'd seen that silhouette before, in the serial killer's garage, beside the generator. My jaw slacked even harder.
Кать,
Katya?
Да?
Yes? I tore my eyes off of the strange silhouette and put my hands in my pocket and pushed out a pill into my hand from the package. Then immediately chewed on it.
Кать, парта Ромы.
Look, Roma's desk? I looked back at the child, but they were gone. Just 2 empty chairs and a desk heavily cut by a pocket knife.
И что с ней не так?
What, is there something wrong with it? Is there anything wrong with me?
Ничего, забудь.
Oh, it's nothing. Forget it. Man, he needs better medication than that. Yeah, he needs to get on some serious meds.
Простите, что прерываю.
Sorry to interrupt your class. Lieutenant Tikhonov entered the classroom and took off his hat.
Ну что вы, всегда вам рады?
No need to apologize. We're always happy to see you.
Меня интересуют ученики по имени Петров и Пятифанов.
Pitifanov? Who's Pitifanov? I want to talk to 2 of your students, Petrov and Pitifanov.
Пятифанов, насколько я понимаю, болеет.
Pitifanov is homesick right now, as far as I know. Oh, Roma Pitifanov.
А Петров он мозолит глаза.
Petrov's here, being an eyesore. Jesus! Teacher, thanks. What the fuck? Tikhonov found me with his eyes before Stop it, Paulina! Stop staring at me, please. You're weird. I'll walk both you and Katya home. How about that? That works. Tikhonov found me with his eyes before clearing his throat. Then he took a diploma. What? A diploma out of his folder and started reading.
За храбрость, неравнодушие и мужество, проявленное при спасении жизни.
Man, Tikhonov, you could have done this in private or something. For his bravery, upstanding attitude, and the courage he showed while saving another person's life.
Ну встань же, тебе!
Oh, come on, stand up, it's for you. I followed her order, hypnotized by the diploma's official wording.
Администрация поселка и уполномоченные области по правам детей выносят благодарность.
Аплодисменты!
The village administration and regional children's commissioner wants to thank Anton Petrov. The class broke out into roaring applause. Katya beamed with joy. Paulina looked at me with glittering eyes, smiling.
Наш Петров! Ура!
To our Petrov! Hurrah! Lilia Pavlovna pulled up her glasses and put a handkerchief to her eyes.
Стыдно, товарищи.
I'm so ashamed, everyone.
Я-то думала, Катеньке померещилось все в бреду. А оказывается, правда?
I thought it was all just Katya's delusion, but I guess it's true. What? What are you talking about? What, that Anton saved her? That there's a serial killer? What? Are you Take your meds! Take your meds!
Петров, значит, моего ребенка спас, а я ему к директору.
Petrov here saved my child, and I wanted him to end up in the principal's office. Well, he did call your daughter an idiot, so...
Отставить к директору. На доску почета. Вот это я понимаю.
No principal's office for him. Hall of Fame would be better. Dude, I've been burned by this game already. I'm thinking like none of this is real. Like everything we've played so far, except for the most horrible parts, aren't real. Yeah, like we're just having another delusion. Yeah. I can't believe you, game. You've lied to me too many times. Like, Anton a hero, 2 girls, you know, looking at him, all googly-eyed. Mm-hmm. Yep, I don't believe you. Nope. Nope. Don't trust it. At that moment, I imagined my photo, but it wasn't hanging in the Hall of Fame, but on a notice board, neighboring all the other missing kids. Semyon. I remember Semyon. Vova, too. Well, we never met Vova. That image sullied my otherwise perfect triumph. I helped Katya go down the stairs after class. I carried her crutches and held her by the elbow. We walked out to the schoolyard together.
Знаешь, что самое странное?
Do you know what the weirdest thing is?
Я до сих пор чувствую
I
пальцы.
can still feel my toes.
Их нет, но я их чувствую.
They're not there, but I can still feel them. Yeah, that's the phantom pain. That, yeah. Like Metal Gear, dude. Metal Gear Phantom Pain. Mm-hmm. That's where it got invented in the first place. Oh,
Был бы я порасторопнее.
if only I acted quicker.
Брось. Даже Супермен бы не справился.
Oh, stop it. Even the Superman couldn't have done it better.
Тихонов сказал, я легко отделалась. И он прав.
Tiganov said I got super lucky, and he's right.
С выздоровлением, Кать.
Oh, I'm glad you recovered, Katya. Paulina says. Yeah, she's not glaring. It's okay. Paulina walked out from around the corner, her stare directed at Katya. She endured her classmates' scorching gaze with pride.
Спасибо, Полин.
Thank you, Paulina.
И тебе, и твоему парню. Он тоже молодец.
Both you and your boyfriend. He did well, too. It felt like Katya wanted to once again remind me of what kind of relationship Ronka and Paulina had.
Если ты о Пятифанове, то между нами ничего нет. Он определенно молодец, но...
If you mean Roma, he's not my boyfriend. He's just a nice guy. But
Вы куда-то собираетесь?
are you two going somewhere? Katya didn't let me reply.
Я до сих пор хромаю. Вот, уговорила нашего героя проводить меня.
I'm still a cripple, so I convinced our hero to walk me home.
Да-да-да.
Da-da-da. Okay, this was awkward.
Полин,
Don't need to translate that.
Я же не идиотка. Все понимаю.
I'm not an idiot. I understand. Oh, God, get me out of here. Get me out of here, dude. I don't want to be here right now. Sadness splashed in Paulina's eyes for a moment, but she smiled as if accepting her fate.
Ты джентльмен. Как говорит дедушка, вымирающий вид.
You're a true gentleman, a dying breed, as my grandpa would say.
Не каждый повезет.
Not every girl can get this lucky. The blizzard was covering the schoolyard with snow. Paulina turned around and stared anxiously at the darkness, completely lost. Yeah, what if something happens to her if she walks home alone? Fuck. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Rip Paulina, I guess.
Задолбала строить из себя жертву.
Katya, stop it. Don't be mean, girl. Stop acting like a victim. God, it makes me sick. That last line, said in a whisper, was only meant for my ears.
Такое чувство, что она мечтала бы поменяться со мной местами, лишь бы все ее
And it
жалели.
seems like she'd happily swap places with me as long as everyone pitied her. Something rustled in the darkness, and Zolka ran out to the schoolyard.
Ой, песик!
Ooh, a doggy! Zolka noticed Paulina and growled. Ever so slightly. Weird. Why are you growling at Paulina? Paulina blinked. 2 tears ran down her cheeks and froze, glistening in the frost.
Ты тоже не хочешь меня проводить?
So you don't want to walk me home either, huh? Zolka barked in reply. You're goddamn right I don't. Pees on her leg. Kicks snow at her. Walks away.
Ну что, идем?
Well, are we going?
Пусть эта квашня сама до дома добирается, пока не стемнело.
This wet blanket can get home by herself. It's not too dark yet. Can we all go together? Yeah, we're going with Katya. I am going to save, though. Something's going to happen to Paulina. Something bad's going to happen to Paulina. Save. Save. Go with Katya. I looked at Paulina. Her innocent smile didn't convince me. And even though the snowy veil enveloped more and more of the schoolyard, I could see things much more clearly. I still couldn't trust Paulina. Why?
прости, Полин. Кате моя помощь нужнее.
Sorry, Paulina, but Katya needs my help more. Paulina looked like she got slapped in the face. Her eyes narrowed and the smile withered on her quivering lips.
Если ты, конечно, не против. Ты же не против, Полин?
If you don't mind, of course. You don't, right, Paulina? Ronka's appearance broke the awkward silence. Hey, there, he'll save the day. He'll walk you home. Jesus, what's up? He walked out from around the corner, his head hanging low. It seemed like losing a friend put a great weight back on his shoulders. Literally. Katya grabbed me by the elbow, but I paid that no mind. Roma! Paulina rushed towards Romka and hugged him.
Ромочка, мне было так плохо без тебя.
Romcha, I felt so terrible without you.
Ну где ты пропадал?
Where have you been? After a brief pause, Romka circled his back around Paulina's trembling back. No, there's too many backs.
Быстро она переобулась. Не обидно, Антон?
Well, that was fast. Doesn't upset you, does it, Anton? I shook my head. I don't give a fuck. Romka raised his head. The usual triumphant smirk flashed on his face. But the next moment, it was gone.
Ну не реви, не люблю этого.
Come on, stop crying. Stop crying. I don't like that.
На уроках была?
Did you go to school? I don't want to sit here watching Romka and Paulina hugging each other. Talking about, did you go to school? I don't care. Can I turn around and just start walking Katya home, please? I don't care about this.
Бяша объявлялся?
Have you seen Basha? Have you seen Basha?
Нет.
Нет. Roma spat in the snow, and only then did he turn his eyes towards Katya and me.
А вы Бяшу видели?
Have you two seen Basha? I shook my head, surprised. We both saw that sneaker. Romka confirmed it was his friend's. It was unlikely that Basha gifted his shoes to the serial killer of his own accord and was now wandering through the village barefoot.
Ром, Бяша был в гараже.
Roma, Basha was in the garage.
Был и что? Мы тоже были живы, здоровы.
So what? We were there too, and we're safe and sound. He didn't look of sound mind to me at all.
Я не успокоюсь, пока не выясню, что с Бяшей.
I won't rest until I find out what happened to Basha. Roma pulled out a pack of posters from his coat, counted out several of them, and handed them to me.
Развесь вдоль дороги.
Put them along the road. I couldn't even take a good look at them before Katya pulled me to the side.
Конечно, конечно. Любой каприз за ваши деньги.
Right. Any posh for your dosh.
А если финансы поют романсы, ищи дурачков дальше.
And if you're broke, tough luck, good bloke.
Чау, какао.
Ciao, cacao. What is Katya talking about? Maybe it's like saying or something in Russia. I'm not sure. Probably. Roma turned a deaf ear to Katya's comments. He just rubbed Paulina's shoulders.
Идем, малая.
Let's go, baby.
Одной сейчас быть нельзя.
Can't walk around alone here these days.
Идем, Ромочка. Я столько всего тебе
Let's
хочу
go,
рассказать.
Ramsha. I have so many things I want to tell you. Later, losers. They left. Ramka locked eyes with mine one last time and nodded as if we shared some sort of secret.
И жили они долго и
And they
счастливо.
lived happily ever after.
Катюш,
Gotcha, dear. We looked up at the second floor window.
вернись в класс. Придется тебе меня подождать.
Get back to class. You'll have to wait for me.
Работы море.
I'm swamped with work.
Лилия Павловна, я могу Катю проводить.
I can walk Katya home.
Правда? О, это было бы чудесно.
Really? Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Но, Кать, дома и поесть нечего.
It's just we don't have anything to eat at home.
Я приготовлю, мам. Все будет хорошо.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll make something myself. We'll be fine.
Мои вы славные. Ну, будьте аккуратны там.
You two are such a blessing. Just be careful out there.
Конечно.
Of course. We went down the road. Ashen clouds covered the sky, hid the sun, painted the world around us in a moldy gray hue.
Еще раз прости меня. За сегодня и вообще.
Again, I'm sorry for today and before.
Ты, наверное, думал, я какая-то гадина?
You probably thought I'm a nasty person, huh? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you got some nasty in you, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. You're mean to people, dude. You're just a mean girl. But I don't know why you do it though. I don't know.
Честно, посещали такие мысли.
Honestly, I had similar thoughts, yeah.
Ну и дурак.
Idiot.
Хотела же честно.
You wanted me to be truthful.
Я тогда тоже буду честна.
Then I'll also tell you the truth.
Думаешь, я тебя задевала, потому что садистка?
Thought that I bullied you because I'm a sadist or something?
Да, Да-да-да. Как бы не так.
Da. Yeah, right.
Я не знала, как по-другому привлечь твое
I
внимание.
just know how to get your attention. I gave Katya a surprised look.
Вы, мальчики, такие недокатанные.
You boys can't read hints at all.
Ай,
Katya furrowed her brow, and we stopped for a moment.
все нормально.
I'm fine, let's
Пойдем
move.
дальше.
На костылях, наверное, очень неудобно.
Walking with crutches must be so uncomfortable. Mundane talk like that saved me from the embarrassment caused by Katya's candid words. I still had the image of us holding hands in the back of the police car in my mind.
Привыкаешь.
You get used to them,
Мама очень помогает.
and mom helps a lot.
Ей и так одной нелегко, а тут еще я калека.
She already has it rough, and now I'm a cripple as well.
Я могу спросить?
Hey, can I ask you something?
Рискни.
Yeah, take your shot.
Твой папа...
Your dad. Katya curled her lips. I entered dangerous territory, but she relaxed after a moment and replied,
Папа работал в психодиспансере.
Dad used to work in a psych ward.
Я столько от него узнала про наших милых соседей.
I've learned so much about our wonderful neighbors from him. She was trying to avoid the subject.
Возьми Полину. Там семейка еще та.
Take Paulina, one hell of a family.
Это же ее отец дал бешеную маму в психушку.
Her grandpa was the one who sent Basha, his mom, to the loony house.
Харитон?
Он самый. Хотя не скажу, что без оснований.
The man, the legend, although he had reason to do so.
Мама Бяши слухи распускала. Даже не слухи, а так. Бред несла.
Basha's mom spread these rumors, but they weren't even rumors. They were just straight up delusions.
Говорила, что люди в поселке одержимы бесами. Что дед Харитон черт.
She said that people in the village are possessed. That old, I don't know, that Kariton was a demon. That old Kariton was a demon.
Насинячилась с утра пораньше. Вот черти и мерещит.
She was always drunk early morning, and that's how she saw demons, I guess.
Когда ее закрыли, Харитон стал присматривать за Бяшей.
When she got locked up, Kariton started looking after Basha.
И про папашу Ромки отец рассказывал.
Dad also told me about Ronka's deadbeat father.
Знал, что он проходит терапию как наркозависимый.
Did you know that she was in a drug addiction recovery program?
Да-да-да.
Da.
Из-за этого и лупит сынка.
That's why he beats his son all the time. Paulina, can we stop, please?
Не удивлюсь, если Ромка сам скоро встанет в диспансере на учет.
I wouldn't be surprised if Romka walks the same road
С такой-то жизнью.
with the kind of life he's leading right now. I didn't enjoy listening to other people's dark secrets. Drug addiction, mentally ill women. It reminded me that darkness didn't only reside in the forests or cobweb-ridden corners of the old houses. It's often stored in people's heads too. Awakening something dangerous like demons or dormant monsters.
Что мы все о других? Расскажи о себе.
We've been talking about people for a while. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
А что рассказывать? Ты и так все знаешь.
What's there to tell? You already know everything.
Ничего я не знаю.
I feel like I know nothing.
Ты сказала, папа работал.
You said your dad used to work?
Он уволился?
Did he quit?
Так бывает.
No. Stuff happened. Katya's gaze turned towards the mist floating in front of us.
Имеешь дело с психами и сам теряешь разум.
And when you deal with crazies for long enough, you go mad yourself.
Папка нашел себе молоденькую медсестру и слинял с ней к обеду.
My dad met a young nurse and fled. The horn dog.
Маме пришлось вертеться, чтобы я ни в чем не нуждалась. И преподавать, и воспитывать меня.
Mom had to work really hard so I can have a nice childhood, both as teacher and as parent.
Знаешь, как она меня любит?
Do you know how much she loves me?
Если бы меня не стало, она бы, думаю, руки на себя наложила.
If I were gone, I think she'd kill herself.
Так что ты, считай, двоих спас.
So, you actually saved 2 lives there. My mind drew a distinct scene. The kids are waiting for class to start, but instead of their teacher, the principal enters the classroom. He says that today's lecture class was canceled. Lilia Pavlovna is dead. She hung herself. That imaginary scene scalded my heart and returned me to that tragic day. Katya, in the meat grinder's bowl, in her mutilated toes. I blinked to fight that delusion, and then asked cautiously,
Ты помнишь, как мог тебя похитить?
Do you remember, like, the moment you were kidnapped? Katya gulped. I chastised myself for talking too much. That was probably the worst possible question.
В общих чертах.
Yeah, more or less.
Он подошел сзади, схватил и я, наверное, потеряла сознание.
He came up from behind me, grabbed me, and I probably just lost consciousness. That story sounded so familiar,
Потому что как иначе это объяснить?
because what other explanation could there be?
У него было твое лицо, Антон. А потом как взмыл небо. Да-да-да.
He had your face, Anton. What? He had your face, Anton? And then he just soared into the sky. Yes, yes, yes.
И дальше такая чертовщина началась.
And then something really weird started happening, and then brr.
Я поняла, что это всего лишь кошмар. Потом, когда очнулась,
I realized it was all just a nightmare, and then I woke up.
смотрю, он тащит меня по снегу.
I saw him dragging me through the snow.
Я кошелек хвать, бросила на дорогу.
I grabbed my purse,
Надеялась, кто-то
threw it
найдет.
towards the road. I hoped that somebody would find it, and Katya stopped near the only two apartment buildings in the village and turned away from me.
Кать,
Katya. She was crying.
Что, Кать?
What?
Я 12 лет, Кать.
I've been Katya for 12 years.
ну не надо. Все позади.
Stop it. Let's leave all that behind.
А ты знаешь, чего я больше всего испугалась в мясорубке этой?
You want to know what was the scariest about the meat grinder?
Что умру и не признаюсь тебе.
That I would, day before, confessing to you. Oh,
Чё?
die before confessing to you. Confessing what? Katya suddenly turned around, and I saw how red her face was.
Какой ты кретин, Антон Петров!
You're such a moron, Anton Petrov.
В том, что ты мне нравишься.
Confessing that I like you. I was taken aback. Anton, you're dumb. But then heard my own words as if they were spoken from some faraway place.
Ты мне тоже.
Yeah, I like you too.
Честно?
Honest?
Честно.
Honest. I wiped the tears off her brightening face.
Конечно, нравишься. По-моему, это очевидно.
Of course I like you. Thought it was obvious.
Все вам, парням, очевидно.
Everything is always obvious to you guys.
А девушки хотят слышать. Мы ушами любим, знаешь такое?
But girls want to hear those things. We love with our ears. Didn't you know? I didn't know a lot of things. Katya's tears glistened. The snow showered the crossroads that presented me with meaningful choice, with different lives. I felt like that moment was special and that I needed to engrave it in our memories.
Разрешишь тебя нарисовать?
Can I draw you? Katya smiled and wiped her tears away.
Только не зареванный.
Just not this messy version.
По рукам.
That's a deal. She looked at the concrete building.
Здесь я живу.
This is where I live.
Круто. Ты в этом отличилась от всех.
Cool. You are special even in this sense.
Родителям выдали квартиру. Учитель и врач – важные люди в поселке.
Yeah, my parents were given an apartment. A teacher and a doctor, the most important people in the village.
Комфорт с видом на мусорную площадку.
Comfort with a trash heap view. I'd choose a trash heap over the forest surrounding our house any day.
Жаль, нет лифта, мучаюсь костылями.
Too bad we don't have an elevator. These crutches are a hassle.
Не просто добираться на 3-й этаж.
Getting to the 3rd floor is a challenge.
Ты позволишь?
Can I? Mom told me how, one day, during a date with her future husband, my dad, she twisted her ankle. And Dad carried her 2 blocks in his hands. That was the moment when she decided to be together with that man.
Окончательно спятил! Придурок, я ж
Are
тяжелая!
you mad? I'm heavy, you idiot.
Как пушинка.
Light as a feather.
Смотри, лапы-то свои не распускай,
Ow. Look where you put your hands.
а то маме
Or
расскажу.
I'll tell Mom. I took her in my hands and carried her towards her apartment. A female caretaker munching on a, what was it? Naka glossary. Gozanaki, traditional Georgian brittle confection made of caramelized nuts. Oh yeah, it's like peanut brittle. Usually walnuts and fried in honey. Dude, that sounds good. Her flowery face melted in a smile.
Вот так вот. Картина маслом, как в сериале бразильском.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a sight. Just like in a Brazilian drama.
Ну, молодец, мальчуган, как несет-то, а?
Atta boy, good job carrying her.
Люди добрые, поглядите.
Will you look at that?
А говорят, американское кино молодежь попортила. Есть еще добрые молодцы.
And they say those American movies corrupted our youth. There's still decent men out there. I mumbled something awkwardly. Katya turned red as a beet. She was so light, but I started staggering from side to side on the stairs. The crutches she held would hit the railings from time to time with a clanging sound. Katya giggled, embarrassed. She looked like she was trying to carve every little moment of that ascent into her memory. And I tried my best to keep myself from hudding and keeping my back straight. What? I don't know what hudding means. Can I get a glossary for hudding? Encouraging shouts pushed me in the back.
Настоящий кавалер! Женись на нем, Катька, как подрастешь!
A true gentleman! Marry him when you grow up, Katya. Katya burst out laughing.
Обязательно.
Of course. I carefully placed Katya on the concrete floor near the apartment's door. She opened it, glancing at me over her shoulder and biting her lower lip.
Спасибо, Сила.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Strongman.
Проходи, я пока перебинтую ногу. Пришлось научиться самой.
Come on in, and I'll bandage my foot in the meantime. Had to learn how to do it myself. She disappeared behind the bathroom door, and I entered her tidy room. The blizzard that whistled its tune outside made the warm bedroom feel even comfier. I remembered the apartment we used to live in back in the city. It always had the smell of pastries and music of my parents' laughter. Still, I feel equally safe here. All right, that's a good place to stop. I'm gonna stop there. I can only take too much teen love story. It's good. It's good writing, and I love the characters, so it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Because it's Tiny Bunny, that's why it's okay. Yeah. Dude, I can't believe it. Olya is okay. Katya's missing some toes, but she's okay. Paulina and Romka, that's awesome. Yeah, good for them, dude. Anton and Katya, yeah, that's great. Fish, that's cool too. I like fish and teddy bears and stuff. Yeah, neat. All right. I'm very excited to play more of Tiny Bunny Chapter 5. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lone, and this has been Tiny Bunny.